Hi, my name is Petra and I'm going to talk about my dashboard presentation 2013. So to show the revenues for the years 2010 to 2012, I use data validation so the senior manager can choose the product via a drop-down list, as you can see. Also, I use the VLOOKUP function, which looks up the revenues for the product in the analysis worksheet. In addition, I use conditional formatting to show which value are below average and above average. I found out that the MacBook was the most profitable item. So in slide 2, for the thermometer chart, I contrast the targeted versus the actual revenues for each year individually. The targeted growth rate of the company is 8%. First, I created a bar chart with both the values and then I changed the gap wide of the targeted value to make it wider. Additionally, I changed the axis to secondary axis for total revenues. Now it appears like the targeted revenues are the thermometer and the total revenues are the mercury in it. Lastly, I inserted oval shapes to make the bar chart look more like an actual thermometer. The targeted revenues were not met in any year. Also, since 2010, overall revenues are declining. On slide 3, in this bar chart, the senior manager can see the average sales per sales channel. I also used a large function to show the top 3 values in this chart. Finally, I inserted speech bubbles through the shapes in the Insert tab to emphasize the top 3 values in the chart. Overall, online sales were the most profitable. To give the manager the option to get detailed information in a quick way, I set up a slicer. The slicer can be used to separate data on the countries, salespersons, and products. I insert the slicer remotes and the actual chart into the dashboard, so it's an interactive tool for the manager. The slicer gives a lot of information. It's mainly a great tool to look up the items sold of the salespersons. In this Excel table, I show the revenues for iMac, which is the most popular product sold by the company per salesperson. Also, I insert spark lines to show the trend of sales for each salesperson. The spark lines show that the revenues for almost every salesperson are declining. Only Callahan and Leverling don't have decreasing sales and remain relatively constant. I created 2 pie charts to contrast the percentage sales in the sales payment for both countries. To make the pie charts, I created 2 individual Excel tables with the corresponding values. The sales methods used in percentage are very similar for both countries. Credit is the most used payment method. PayPal is the second, and debt is used the least in both countries.